That pressure that you're feeling right now, oh, it's supposed to be hard. And it's supposed to get your attention. It's supposed to keep you up. It's supposed to keep you moving. It's supposed to keep you frantic, because that's what pressure does. They say it busts pipes. I know at the place that I work, when the boiler room gets too hot, when something goes off, there is an alarm bell that sounds so that all of us know that something is going on. That's the point of pressure, to get your alarm bells going on to say something is wrong. And typically, a lot of the pressure that we experience is amazing, because guess what? We've gotten ourselves into something again. I know that last situation, that last battle that you were stuck in, you promised God that if he got you out, you would never enter into it again. And guess what? Here we are again. In another situation, in another relationship, in another bad financial state, with something else that's broken down that we need at this moment, and we don't quite have what we need to fulfill the obligation. This is pressure. And I'm telling you, it sucks when pressure rises up, because there are a lot of moments when we have no idea what to do. We have no idea who to reach out to. This is when pressure is staring you in the face, and it don't feel fun. Everybody talks about grinding. Everybody talks about working hard. Everybody talks about believing in yourself. Everybody talks about all of these positive affirmations and things that we speak. But what happens when you speak and nothing moves? What happens when you speak and nothing drops off? What happens when you speak and you're still stuck in the situation? Man, this is pressure talking. This is the pressure cooker of life, and we've all experienced it. Some of us are in it right now. Some of us are getting ready to go into it. What do you do with your pressure? I'm always amazed at that man I call my daddy, because I saw him handle pressure, or I think I saw him handle pressure, because he never reacted in a crazy way. Always cool, always calm, always collected. That's what I saw, and so that's what I imitate. Did you catch that word? Imitate. Jesus was under the most immense pressure that we would never fathom. We would never experience. And we see his handling of pressure as a demonstration of what we should do when life has us backed up against a wall. Not my will, not my will, not my will. We've placed ourselves in a state where all we care about is our will, and that's why we find ourselves locked in immense pressure, locked in immense battles, and locked in immense frustration, and locked in immense grief, and locked in immense turmoil, and locked in immense depression, and locked in immense guilt, because we're still operating under our will. Our will lands us in these crazy situations that we find ourselves in. But when we look, when we imitate him, we understand and we recognize how to get ourselves out of the situation. Sometimes you got to release it and let it go. Sometimes you got to give it all up and pay the cost of everything to get that pressure, to get that heat, to get that foolishness off of you. All this undue pressure that's drowning you, that's beating you up, and that's trying to take you down can be released if you would just step away from it and release it. It sounds easy, but we've been given an example of what to do when the pressure is stacked up against us. Man, you got to release that mess and walk away from it. So what if the house forecloses? You still got your life. So what if the relationship ends? You still got your life. So what if the job lets you go and releases you? You still got your life, and you still got another opportunity to do something different. Why are we so bound up and bitter about all this stuff? We got to get to the point where we can say, God, all I want is you, all I got is you, and that's good enough for me. When do we get to that point when God is good enough for us? And not all this stuff. Not all the accoutrements of life, not all the cars, not all the houses, not all the clothes, not all the expensive trips and all this stuff. When does he become enough? Is the $1 million question that I pose on today. Listen, man, as always, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Excuse my passion, but it is what it is, y'all. I'm tired of pressure. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of all this stuff that looks good, but once I get into it, it don't quite feel good. Y'all be blessed, man.